Namaste, angels. I'm here to do a personal reading, and I'm going to do the cross. I just sat here shuffling, thinking this may be the last group for which I do the cross, because I'm doing these readings today on Thursday, May 25th, which is the day of the Gemini supermoon, the new moon, which is awesome. So I wanted to do it that day. But also, and probably more important for me on a personal level and more close to me, is that it's Ascension Thursday. And that was really why I had been sharing my cross, particularly on the personal readings, was for the season of Lent and then Easter. And it culminates with today, Ascension Thursday. So I'm not sure if I'll continue to do it, but this group of people for whom I'm doing personal readings will be having the cross, beginning with Mary, unfortunately, on this one, in sorrow. Now, yes, she is generally sorrowful about what I was just talking, the Lenten season, the Easter season, the sacrifice that she made, that her son made, that unfortunately humanity hasn't gotten the full grasp, the full magnitude of what that sacrifice was, and it's often taken for granted. So that makes her sorrowful. But I think with regard to this reading, although I don't know why yet, she's also saddened because when I was shuffling the angel tarot cards, I also came across the Three of Air, or the Three of Swords, which is about heartache, heartbreak, a few times. So we're going to begin with Mary. I did also, on the more positive and uplifting note, I did open to love. And now here's answered prayer. Answered prayer. Opening to balance. In all fairness, though, if I tell you about the love, I got to tell you that I also open to fear. Answered prayer. And celebration. Maybe celebration for having received whatever blessings it is for which you've prayed. I love when they give me a card that matches the word I'm about to use. Answered prayers back. I'll go one more. And it's earth connection. Somebody may be an earth sign, actually. When I began to shuffle, I saw some air. And I said, okay, somebody may be an air sign, or perhaps this is because of the Gemini new moon. I'm doing this reading on May 25th. Gemini new moon energy could be coming through. And then I saw Earth, and I said, well, this could still be the Gemini new moon in Taurus. And I actually am beginning with the Unity, or the Hierophant card, when I use the Angel Tarot, which is, represents the sign of Taurus and Earth signs. So that pattern seems to be continuing. Somebody may indeed be an earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. And this card, all about what it sounds to be and kind of looks to be. Reconnecting with the earth, getting outside if you can, if you live in an area that's conducive to that. Meditating in your own way, outdoors if you're able. Getting your feet like in the soil, in the ground, in your hands in the ground, picking up, one of those wish flowers and blowing on it and having all the little pieces fly in the wind, and watching the birds, hearing the birds, all that kind of stuff. That helps to ground us, which helps to open up our flow to abundance of all kinds. The financial, the material, and love. Earth connection. Answered prayer. So if they came back with the answered prayer, that's a message that they really want you to take in, that, your wishes are being granted. Even if you haven't seen it yet, your prayers have been heard. They are being answered. And coming to the trilogy of light, which for me is a card all about that attempt that we all make to achieve as a couple, like this, something reminiscent of the Trinity, ourselves, our divine partner, and the universe of God. Feminine about herself, goddess underneath this moon. I'm not sure you feel like this about yourself in the 3D. This may be purely your higher self coming through right now, is what I'm getting. Connecting with the feminine energy of surrender of today's new moon. You are to allow yourself to be vulnerable and allow the universe to guide you on the path. Like, you don't have to fight against everything. Feel like you're trying to control quite a bit, and so you're like fighting against the current. Or like when you're at the beach and you're trying to swim and it feels like you're not going anywhere because you're moving against the current. I feel that's what you're doing. And so this comes through from your higher self to guide you to become this vulnerable person that allows for the feminine energy of surrender and just letting go of everything completely. Letting go and letting God, as they say. And answers to your questions will come through. And then maybe you'll begin to see, once you stop fighting, you'll begin to see that your prayers are being answered and have been already in some cases. The masculine about you, he sees the same, that you need to get into nature, like the Earth Connection card. Get into a place of peaceful meditation. And if you can't do that outside, if it's not conducive to where you live or your lifestyle to be outside trying to commune with nature, find wherever your peaceful place is. Because the masculine can see like this too, what your higher self sees, like and feel. He can feel. His higher self certainly can. Your need to get grounded. Your need to let go of like the strings you're trying to pull. With regard to everything, yourself, the union in general. And you just need to find a place where you feel like this. You can feel like this, like completely at peace. Still, just being. The masculine about himself with regard to the union. He's in love. I mean, this is a beautiful card to pull for a spread like this. How does your partner feel in relation to your union? This, in relation to you, he feels this. I mean, that's amazing. With regard to the union specifically, that the two of you are in a place where you need to exercise some forgiveness and compassion. And there's a need to begin with yourselves. And maybe that's from where this comes. Like, you're going to need to forgive yourself for the fact that you're not in charge. And that's not even your fault, because you're just not meant to be in charge. The universe is in charge. Forgive yourself that you can't control everything, and then stop attempting to. And then forgive, those around you whom you need to, anyone about whom you've been harboring some sort of resentment or pain or something. Maybe that's, again, why Mary came through, why the Three of Air showed up here. You're harboring some sort of pain, resentment, because you're trying to control everything. Yeah, that's something you're trying to control too. You're not even allowing for the flow and release for that to be, let go from you. That's why you need this. That's why the masculine sees you need this. That's why your higher self is saying she needs this. Peace. Inner peace. Overall, there's the need for meditation on both sides. On both sides, because meditation allows for things like forgiveness too. It allows for us to be able to release any fear, any ego, and only to feel pure love. So that's what we're going for. With this sitting here very nicely atop love and atop this woman in an Indian style prayer pose, meditating. Oh, the outcome, eternal flame. So you're on the right track. You just have to stop forcing it and forcing yourself, trying to, it's manipulating. I'm not saying you're doing it in a malicious way, but you're doing it. So forgive yourself for doing it. Forgive yourself for not being able to have that control, because you never will. The universe is in charge, will be in charge. And then just, enjoy the peace that comes from that. Knowing that this is what you have and what awaits you. And look how it's sitting so nicely, this eternal flame underneath the love that the masculine feels. Now, what would the masculine have you do or surrender in addition to what he wants you to do here for your own personal healing? What would he have you do? Reflection. And this is probably looking back on all the times, good and bad. Accepting responsibility, because that allows for forgiveness too. And that's part of the surrender. Accepting the release the need to place blame. I took part in this. These things couldn't happen to me or by my hand were I not involved too. That's another reason why we need forgiveness. But it's part of the response. We got to take responsibility. I allowed for this. I in part caused this. And there's no reason and no need to even place blame. So I'm just going to let go of all of it. What is he willing to do, surrender toward the union coming together? He's already in a celebratory mood. What he's willing to do, he's in. He wants to celebrate love. He wants to celebrate love. He just knows, what needs to happen in order to reach a place where that can be done. So he's doing things in order, which I think is very commendable. It's like the order of God family football, basically. And when I say God family football, I mean it's putting the universe first and allowing it to be in control because it is. And then ourselves and our partner. Once we have a perspective of where we are in relation to the universe and how we sort of work for it, and all of this is ultimately to culminate in serving humanity on behalf of the universe. So God first, or universe first, then family. And then football is, football, or whatever else floats your boat, like whatever else has meaning in your life comes after the God and family. What would the universe have the two of you do a surrender? Work on coming into balance, and it's the meditation that's going to help you to and allow for you to do that. I always like to give everybody a moment to look at their spread in case they want to pause and focus on the cards, do some sort of meditation. And that way, you know, we've got the goddess here. Just this nude young woman underneath a full moon, allowing herself to be vulnerable. This heart-shaped winged angel sitting here in a prayer pose, Indian style, perhaps an Aquarius, if not an earth sign. Love. And being vulnerable and bare down to our essence before love and for the sake of love too. Forgiveness. Eternal flame. Reflection. Celebration. Meditation and balance. Okay. Now I'm going to the angel cards, beginning with unity, or the Hierophant or high priest. Traditional viewpoints or methods, spiritual organizations. Seek out mentors and like-minded friends. This is a card of commitment, higher education, other higher institutions, you know, or other higher institutions of learning, perhaps going to college, wanting to go back to school or study some sort of vocation or something. This can be about legal matters sometimes, marriage specifically, and about the need to surround ourselves with people, places, and things that align with our vibration or are higher than that of our own. Opening to the 5 of air. So maybe Aquarius and Earth, part of this union. Speaking of that heart-shaped winged angel, the 5 of air, for me, tends to be about bringing conflict upon oneself. Not necessarily in a malicious way. It could be completely inadvertent, but we had a hand in it. Again, this is why we need to take responsibility. An unwise choice. Learn what you can from this situation. Review everyone's motives. And with that being opposite the Hierophant, it can be about frenemies, for one thing. People you thought were your friends that really aren't, and you need to, you know, check that and, again, watch and maybe change. 5s are about change and clearing of energy, by whom you surround yourself. Opening to the Queen of Earth, who is thoughtful, creative, warm, and sensible. Also a Taurus, Virgo, a Capricorn, is somebody taking on that energy of those behaviors. Make time for those around you. Take a sensible approach and deal with challenges in a kind and understanding manner. Queen of Earth, opposite the Hierophant. They could very easily, specifically be a Taurus involved. And opening to the Ace of Earth. The inflow of abundance, a promising business venture, important documents or contracts. This, opposite the Hierophant, can have to do with marriage, or a new commitment, a new business, going to school, signing those papers to get into school, signing an application. Unity. That 5 of air is back. So you had 2 5s thus far. It's been this one, and again, the Hierophant or Unity card is also a 5, and 5s are about a clearing of energy or the need for one. This is a need to clear out some energy of conflict, and there can even be some like hurt involved here as well. It's the Ace of Water. Falling in love, or the resurgence of a relationship, spiritual growth, and enhanced intuition, maybe even a new home. Ace of Water can certainly be about brand new relationships, as can that Ace of Earth that just came through here. It can be about babies and or family for me too, or children and or family. Water or Cups cards often represent, or can, I think, in any number, represent children and or family. But for me specifically, the Ace, 6, and 10 make me feel that way. So it can be that too. It's your overall energy. So I'd say it's a new beginning, a fresh start for something. 2. And on the heels of the Ace of Earth, sounds very positive to me. Something about which you'll be happy. Something that'll bring you emotional fulfillment. Maybe even material or financial fulfillment as well. Masculine is the 4 of Earth, being too frivolous or too cautious with money, good business decisions, and giving to the less fortunate are possibilities with this card. It also makes me feel somebody being too typically conservative, but it can also be overt with themselves too, and their love and their emotions. Surrounded by the 3 of Water, a celebration, a wedding, graduation, or a birth announcement, the need to have more fun. With the Ace of Water here, again, the birth announcement or celebration, all these things because of a new beginning, certainly possible. Masculine subconscious, the ego card, or the devil with Archangel Jophiel, representing the sign of Capricorn or the earth sign, Taurus, Virgo. A false sense of entrapment. This could easily be like feeling trapped because of a child or because of your family. I'm stuck here with this family situation. And in this position, it could be this, could easily be what the masculine is contemplating. Because of this potential party of 3 situation that may involve a child, I'm stuck. I can't give anybody my, love. I can't really share my whole self. I'm not completely emotionally available right now because I'm like in prison. I can't get out of this, is what this card is about. False sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things. That's another problem. You could be married to like this need for money. Married to this desire in an unhealthy way for the material. Could be married to lack thereof. Like since you don't have it, you're in an unhealthy relationship with money and speaking negativity and things over your own life because you're overly obsessed with it. That's a possibility too. And so this could be with regard to withholding money, like, feeling like you can't afford to spend any. The feminine is the Page of Air, logical, honest, impulsive, and curious is the Page of Air. Also a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Challenging information, delays or changes to planned, and truth delivered without tact. Page of Air, all about truth bombs, coming or going. And yes, can be here to notify us of delays that are coming. Or that have, gone, that have just been here, and why, to explain why something has been held up. Page of, you're the feminine is surrounded by the Six of Water. Memories from your history or childhood. Issues regarding children and romanticizing the past. So this could definitely be, quote unquote, issues regarding children and some sort of concern with a child. When I pick this up, there's a 3 underneath it too. It's upside down, but it's here, the 3 of fire, which for me is often about a romantic party of 3. Because 3s or wands are kind of phallic, and this is all about like the passion. And in this picture, you can see like the 2 of fire, like this 11 that represents the divine couple, and then this like extra person that's not symmetrical. They literally don't align with the couple. So it's like an extra person. Underneath that, these are upright though, is the strength card. So maybe the strength to get through something like this, like a potential party of 3. Great inner strength, release harsh judgments, that exercise some forgiveness and compassion, like your other spread showed the need to do. And then underneath that, also upright, the star with Archangel Jophiel. Happy times, make positive, optimistic, long-term plans. You're on the right path. So here's the sign of Aquarius again, or perhaps Gemini or Libra. I mean, I could keep going because the one that I picked up again was upside down, and so I should have stopped there. King of Earth is behind that. The King of Earth is generous, professional, responsible, practical, and a Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. A successful time, confidently accept opportunities you're offered. You have the Midas touch. So this could definitely be a situation involving, I mean, these are upside down, but I got to show you these. The World is here, which is another 3, which is about making it through like a long, trying, arduous, perhaps, situation, process. The universe helping you out, helping you to be eased out of that situation and ease into another one that is more fulfilling. And it's a brand new path for you, a brand new start, like an Ace of Water. Underneath that, also upside down, Justice with Archangel Raguel. Fair and just decisions. Do what you know is right. Stand up for your beliefs. And the 2 of Water underneath that, a relationship that continues to grow closer. Forgiveness and the positive resolution of a conflict. But all of these upside down. So like not this energy not really present for you at the moment. Near, but not really present for you yet. But with the 6 of Water, I was saying before, the Ace, the 3 too, really, the 6 and the 10 for me are often about children and perhaps babies, or family issues. 6 of Water, also the soulmate or like past life relationship card of the tarot. The Ace of Earth is back. The inflow of abundance, a promising business venture, important documents or contracts. And the Ace of Earth mirroring the Devil, both of which can be a Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. Crowning. The Queen of Earth, also a Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus, is thoughtful, creative, warm, and sensible. Make time for those around you. Take a sensible approach and deal with challenges in a kind and understanding manner. Maybe the challenge that is presented by a past life relationship and or child or other family issue. It has led to a delay, but we're to face these things in a warm way, as warm a way and compassionate a way as we can muster. At the root, the Chariot with Archangel Metatron, an important achievement, self-discipline or willpower and public recognition. This is victory. This is movement. This is moving. So again, the Ace of Water can be about a new home. So can this be. This is modes of transportation also. That could be something on which the masculine is focused. A new car, like I really want a car, a house, a thing. But when we get obsessed and we don't allow for the universe to like work in our lives, we block our own blessings, block our own flow with this obsession with the devil, the earthly. That's when it becomes like a codependent relationship on money and the material. At the heart of the matter, The 10 of Earth, a very happy family life. Financial security, finding magic in the little things in life. Well, that's a blessing. There is a family situation here. I'm going to go on to the romance cards. The next card here is upside down, but I'd like a clearer picture of what exactly the Page of Air might represent and the Six of Water might represent. It's crossing the Chariot. I think we could be moving on from a past relationship, for one thing. But I also feel that there could be a family issue. That's a family issue too. When you have somebody from whom you're separated, like an ex that with some sort of cord attached, that is a family situation. All right, let's get the romance cards. I could have helped myself a long time ago. I'm beginning with free yourself. And this means that I began with both the Hierophant and free yourself. Somebody may be married or in some other like commitment, and they need to free themselves from that with the Hierophant and free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life in any case. Opening to make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Free yourself. It's safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. So it's possible that a past situation and or relationship has you afraid. That's where the fear showed up from maybe before. Afraid to move on, as the Chariot would have us do. But you need to free yourself and go ahead and do that. Take that leap of faith. Opening 2, playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine, like a Page of Air. A Gemini is very playful and lighthearted. Take on that energy. Playfulness now at the bottom. And opening 2, finances and career. Financial issues are factoring your love life right now. I think a positive one, or they're coming around. This can be some sort of inheritance too, or like marrying into a wealthy family or something like that, the 10 of Earth, or like some sort of sudden, especially crossing the Ace of Earth, some sort of sudden, like unexpected inflow of abundance for you. Playfulness is back. And maybe it had been delayed. Like maybe like there was like, I don't know, I'm getting like a reading of a will or something and it was delayed. Some sort of inheritance that you were due, but it took a while. Some other kind of judgment, maybe. It's delayed. You haven't gotten it yet. It's coming. Maybe that's why justice shows up here underneath the World in reverse, because it's near, but not quite. It's delayed. All those possibilities. We're still working on getting more information. Playfulness back. I'll go one more. It's new love, which is very reminiscent of the Ace of Water, your overall energy. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. This, of course, can also be love anew, or your person new. Like we go through all these deaths and rebirths. So, it's a new person sometimes with whom we reconnect. It's like connecting with them for the first time. More beautiful each time, in my opinion, every time you come back from a separation. And coming to trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. Overall energy is give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. Top the 4 of earth, passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. So where he's restricting himself and holding himself back with this energy, the universe guides him to cease doing that and to release, allow, his soul and heart to sing. Allow himself to be passionate about that which he is passionate. Here, atop the 3 of water is love yourself first. So this is, rather than put perhaps even a child or some other person energy ahead of yourself, where you've been living and or loving for other people, you've got to do it for yourself, because your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive as well. Atop, ego, the devil, soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. And this card showed up in the same position, perhaps for the reading that I did for today or for tomorrow, for the general. And it was atop something. It wasn't, I think it was not the devil, but maybe the 8 of air, which for me is like the same thing and very similar. It's this like self-imposed restrictive energy, like trying to convince ourselves I can't move forward, toward this because I'm stuck. Maybe I don't have the money I need to have. I don't have the things I need to have. So I can't, move forward to this. I'm stuck. I'm married to lack. So I can't be married to this partner. That sort of thing. Speaking of moving, it sits here again right next to the Chariot. Atop the page of air, engagements. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Mirroring soulmate. It can be and sitting atop the page of air, it can be a true engagement or other commitment that has been delayed for some reason. Again, maybe because the masculine worried about money, thinking he can't afford a relationship or the relationship from a financial standpoint. Maybe because he has a child to take care of too. Like I can't afford to pay my child support and, finance this relationship in the way that I'd like to. Can be something like that. Top the 6 of water, separation, time apart from your partner is on the horizon. I think that this has to do with a past relationship. Not this partner, but somebody else from whom you need to detach. Top the Ace of Earth, calling in your soulmate. This is why. And look how we have calling in your soulmate, mirroring soulmate. How beautiful is that? Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Atop the Queen of Earth, trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. It may specifically be a water sign from which you have to move on or away, and you're moving toward an earth sign. Or I guess vice versa, but I'm feeling more so moving away from water with the Chariot here. Yeah, it could be either way, I guess. I'm still hearing that. It can be either way. Here atop the Chariot, speaking of the Chariot, wedding. This situation involves marriage. The Chariot is about you being in the driver's seat. It's about the ultimate victory as far as the tarot goes. There isn't a greater energy of victory than the Chariot. It's an important achievement, self-discipline and willpower. So maybe again, this engagement or this, commitment is delayed, but ultimately it culminates in, a really, really tight and strong commitment, whether you choose to get dressed like this and walk down an aisle or not. You'll have that. And with wedding sitting in between soulmate and calling in your soulmate, you really can't ask for much more from a love portion of your reading. At the heart of the matter, atop the 10 of Earth, free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. So you got to free yourself from one family or situation where you're tied to make yourself available for the other. And that goes for the masculine too. Yeah, you both having some sort of cords to cut, not necessarily with physical people. Like you may say, oh, I broke up with, so-and-so 10 years ago. We have cords that keep us attached, to different people for different reasons. And we have to like go around our homes and do some smudging and clear out the energy. Sometimes we'll find old things that belong to another person. We'll say, I didn't know I still had this. And as if we're holding on to something, and we've discovered things we need to get rid of, like all that kind of stuff. Let's see what the Ascended Masters would add to this. Beginning with persistence and Lou. And opening 2, open your heart to love, says Jesus. Persistence. And crystals, says Epona. This could be a way to work on healing the fear and the ego and even the cords of attachment. There are crystals for that. Epona back. I'll go one more. And teacher. Teacher is about all of this that you've been through, all this life experience that leads to the health and healing. The crystals also for the health and healing. Health and healing now at the top. That's another thing, the month of healing, the month of IR. Today's the last day of that as well. Tomorrow, Sivan begins. Mother, wife, sister, daughter, Lady Nada. This is about a feminine energy in your life or that of the masculines with whom you have to heal. And that can mean repairing a relationship or walking away from one. This feminine energy can be yourself too. And judging from your first spread, it's quite possible that it is you with whom you have to heal a relationship. Overall energy, take charge of this situation, says Moses. A top passion. Go now, says Serapis Bey. Go and pursue your passions, masculine. Release this hold you have on yourself. Seek your freedom from whatever this party of 3 is. Whatever, whomever. Love yourself first. Time to break away from that. His freedom sits right here next to the free yourself. A top soulmate. Follow your heart. I mean, it couldn't be spelled out any more clearly, really. Atop the page of air and engagement is crystals with Epona. So I think you have a cord to cut with a person as opposed to just general fear or ego. Here, atop separation. Open your heart to love, says Jesus. So maybe because of a past relationship, you're somewhat reserved too, like the masculine. The two of you withholding love from one another and from yourselves even. Jesus guides you to cease to do that, so that you can experience the power of joy with your soulmate in a brand new divine start. Atop trust and the Queen of Earth is persistence, says Lou. Keep pushing. Keep working toward this. Atop wedding and the Chariot is right with that. This is coming through more as the need to end a commitment. And of course, the wedding card has dual meaning. It has positive meaning for you too. But it's like what you're married to, from which you have to break away, is the need to write that off, sort of thing, so that you can open your heart to love and move on. Follow your heart. That's how you're going to get your freedom. The heart of the matter here, atop the free yourself, energy healing. Atop the free yourself in the 10 of Earth, energy healing. Yeah, this is about clearing and shielding your energy from negativity to which it's attached presently, so that you can move on, experience, the power of joy with your soulmate, basically. From the Universal Love Oracle by Tony Carmine Solano, Moon Tree, which is all about sacred marriage, is what the masculine has drawn. For you, spiritual growth. So you guys are like getting there. You're approaching. You both have individual healing. Nobody is ready right now. But ultimately, this is the situation. This is the union. Sacred marriage. Here, for the masculine, from the angels, Knight of Fire, passionate, adventurous, self-assured, and restless is the Knight of Fire. A sudden event that needs immediate attention. Time is of the essence. Think things through carefully. It's going to direct him to move in a very passionate way. For you, another ace. 3 aces in this reading. Brilliant new ideas and inspirations. Seeing the truth of a situation, maybe in a challenging beginning. Ace of Air is a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, and is all about victory, just like the Chariot. But also cutting away what no longer serves you. This is the sword, like in the Bible and the Torah, when, God says, I will send the sword. That's what he's talking about. I will cut out the crap. From the romance angels to the masculine, this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. You, deception. Someone is wearing a false self-mask in this relationship. Well, guess what? The truth will set you free. The Ace of Air is the Ace of Truth as well. From the Ascended Masters to you, detach from drama. Go ahead and take that sword and cut it right away from you. And to the masculine, come out of the closet with Amaterasu. You both got a similar type of thing, because he needs to step out of the closet and away from what's been holding him back too, and be the full, whole, true him, says Amaterasu. I hope you guys enjoy your reading and find it helpful. Namaste, Angel.